This is 5 and 10 from Skywatch TV for Friday, December 15th, 2023. I'm Derek Gilbert. This is our Friday 5, the 5 big stories of the week as we head into the weekend. And topic number 5 again this week is Israel. Reports coming from Tel Aviv now that Hamas drugged and abused child hostages captured from southern Israel on October 7th. This is according to the director of a medical facility in Tel Aviv. This, according to the Times of Israel, one of the girls reportedly given ketamine for a few weeks. Ketamine, according to the Drug Enforcement Agency here in the U.S., is a dissociative anesthetic hallucinogen that makes users feel detached from reality, not the kind of thing you would normally give to a child. The point is apparently to keep the children quiet and pliable. Doctors also believe that Hamas gave their hostages benzodiazepines. This is a type of depressant that is similar to Valium and Xanax. Again, the idea being to control the kids, keeping them quiet so that they were not a bother to their captors. Hospital in Tel Aviv treating 14 released hostages who reported abuse at the hands of Hamas. Meanwhile, Yemen fired a missile at another cargo ship transiting the Bab el-Mandeb Strait on Wednesday, or Thursday actually. This is the strait that connects the Red Sea to the Indian Ocean. It's a good thing they missed. Either their aim or their missiles are bad, and that's a good thing because all it's going to take is one direct hit on the wrong kind of ship, like the one they fired at earlier this week, carrying jet fuel, for this Israel-Hamas war to blow up into an entire regional conflict. Topic number 4, COP28, or maybe COP Out 28. This is the climate summit hosted at the direction of the United Nations. They've been hosting these year after year. Basically, it's an opportunity for government representatives to fly on the taxpayer dime to a fantastic location, get some great food. Of course, the biggest carbon footprint in the history of the COP summits, this being the 28th, hence the name, hosted by the oil Kingdom of United Arab Emirates. Representatives from nearly 200 countries agreed on Wednesday at COP28 to reduce global consumptions of fossil fuels to avert the worst of climate change, they say. This deal followed 2 weeks of negotiations. More than 100 countries had lobbied hard for strong language in the agreement to phase out oil, gas, and coal use. They were opposed by a strong bloc led by Saudi Arabia and the OPEC nations, who obviously owe their wealth to the vast reserves of oil that they control. The president of COP28, in fact, Sultan Al Jaber, is the president also of UAE's national oil company, ADNOC. And he said that phasing out fossil fuels could push the world back into the Stone Age. He's not wrong. And as long as China keeps building coal-fired power plants at a rapid pace, they were approving 2 new plants a week in 2022, the rest of the world can do whatever it wants, and it's not going to make one bit of difference. And that assumes that it is our carbon footprint that actually impacts climate change and not, the giant flaming ball of gas at the middle of the solar system. You see, the output of the sun is not a constant. It ebbs and flows. It fluctuates. This is historically documented by ice core samples, tree rings, lots of evidence. Long before humans were driving SUVs, the climate changed. It's not about saving the world, it's about control. And of course, traveling on the taxpayer's dime to get really great food in an exotic location. Topic number 3, the border. The control of the southern border remains a question mark here in the United States. I would argue that the drug cartels in Mexico actually control the United States southern border. Sources within Customs and Border Protection last week reported a new single-day record in most illegal migrant encounters in history. Over 12,000 migrant encounters, and more than 10,000 of those between ports of entry. In other words, 5 out of 6 migrants, when they try to cross into the country, don't do it at the legal ports of entry. At least that was the case last week. Anyway, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform, there have been more than 9 million illegal migrants allowed into the country since Joe Biden was inaugurated in January of 2021. Meanwhile, Democrat metro areas, many of which declare themselves sanctuary cities, like New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, are being overrun the infrastructure creaking under the influx of migrants in Chicago, migrants sleeping in police precincts because they don't have anywhere else to go. Well, the Biden administration this week signaled it's open to bringing back some of Trump's border control policies, but this is in exchange for the House voting to send more money to Ukraine to continue its pointless war with Russia. The Biden administration also said might support implementing expedited removals of migrants who don't request asylum or who fail their initial asylum interviews. Several Democrats in Congress criticizing Biden for even considering a return to those policies. Republicans say they'll only consider funding Ukraine if they tie it to more border security. Now, the questions are these. Why link U.S. border security with Ukrainian border security? Only one of these policies actually is a national security priority for the American citizen. That would be our southern border. Why link the two? Secondly, would the White House actually follow through on this, knowing that the most energetic part of the Democratic Party right now absolutely opposes any controls on our southern border? Look, the White House, this administration has been telling us for 2.5 years that there's no problem with the southern border is secure, we're sending a message to migrants, don't come, and yet last week, largest number of single-day illegal migrant encounters in American history. I hate to be so cynical, but I just don't have any confidence that this administration will actually follow through. Once it gets the money for Ukraine, they'll keep saying everything is fine with millions more crossing the border. Topic number 2, the Bidens. This week, kind of a spectacle on Capitol Hill as Hunter Biden set up a podium, he and his lawyers that is, and rather than honoring the subpoena he'd been delivered to go and testify in a couple of closed-door sessions to congressional committees, he addressed the media and blew off Congress. Well, his claim, of course, is that his father was not financially involved in his business. Now, the previous claim was that Joe Biden had no knowledge of Hunter Biden's business. We know that to be factually untrue. And of course, as we told you earlier this week, Representative James Comer, chair of the House Oversight Committee, actually released bank records showing that President Biden did, in fact, financially benefit from Hunter Biden's business. Hunter's company sending regular money transfers to Joe Biden. Well, we'll see how well that claim ages. The House on Wednesday voted to authorize an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. The vote was 221 to 212 along party lines. It's not likely to remove President Biden from office because even if the House votes to impeach, the Senate would have to convict by a 2/3 vote. And with the Republicans holding a 49 to 51 minority, there's no way they're going to get to 67 votes to impeach. But at least an impeachment trial would bring evidence of the Biden's corruption to the public, assuming that the media actually reported on it. Coming up, coupons for shoplifters. Apparently, there are a couple of guys in Colorado who thought that was a thing. That's next on the Friday Five.
We want to make sure that you're aware of the largest giveaway of the year in the We Are Legion Grand Collection. When you order the We Are Legion Grand Collection from SkywatchTVStore.com, you'll receive We Are Legion for We Are Many, Dominions, Cosmo Craters, and Washington, D.C. Unmasking the Ancient Riddle of the Hebrew Year 5785 and the Eminent Destiny of America by best-selling author Dr. Thomas Horn. Divided We Stand, the globalist scheme for a one-world government by Lieutenant Colonel Robert McGinnis, and The Prince of the Power of the Air and the Last Days, Satanology, History, Prophecy, and Technology by Jeffrey W. Martis. But we're just getting started. This must-have collection also includes the breathtaking 2-hour documentary, The Secret Destiny of America, on DVD, featuring Dr. Thomas Horn as he reveals who the God on America's Great Seal and U.S. $1 bill really is, why 72 pentagrams in the Capitol Dome are used to control the ancient Cosmo Craters who rule the nations, the coming incarnation of Antichrist, and much, much more. But that's not all. With the holidays just around the corner, now's your chance to save big and receive solid bonus merchandise absolutely free. Because also included in the We Are Legion Grand Collection are any number of brand new, super quality, overstock gift books, DVDs, or audio sets to add to your library or to give away as gifts this coming holiday season. Sold separately, these items hold a retail value of nearly $150. Yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling, so act quickly. You can scan the QR code on your screen using the camera app on your phone for instant access to this special opportunity. This is the largest giveaway of the year, just in time for the holiday gift-giving season, and is available only while supplies last, so don't delay. Visit us at skywatchtvstore.com or call 1-844-750-4985 and ask for the We Are Legion Grand Collection now.
Item number one today, discounts for shoplifters? No, but a pair of men in Parker, Colorado tried that argument in court. The two men on the screen behind me, seen from security camera footage, were called the KitchenAid crew because of their habit of shoplifting high-end kitchen appliances. 50-year-old Michael Green, 37-year-old Byron Bolden, both convicted of felony retail theft. Now, the value of the items stolen for which they were convicted was $2,094.98. That's a sixth-degree felony theft charge in Colorado. Now, the minimum, the threshold to be convicted of a felony is $2,000. So since it was just $94.98, that separated the two from a felony charge and a misdemeanor charge, which carries a much lighter sentence, of course. Their attorney argued that the charge should be misdemeanor because they could have gotten the items for less than $2,000 because they were on sale. And perhaps there were coupons available for some of these items. In other words, it would have made the total value less than $2,000, thereby a misdemeanor charge instead of times are tough when even shoplifters are hitting the sales and using coupons. The good news is the district attorney in Douglas County, Colorado is John Kellner, who beat out a George Soros-backed candidate in the last election. And Kellner said, just because an item is on sale doesn't mean it's free to steal. And these defendants now get to think about this lesson in jail and prison. The judge thankfully agreed that sales and coupons only apply to paying customers. So the documented value still over $2,000. Green and Bolden sentenced accordingly. This week on Skywatch TV, we continue the last series of programs featuring Dr. Tom Horn. Some excellent books in this package. Tom's book, We Are Legion, for We Are Many. The new book by Lieutenant Colonel Robert McGinnis, Divided We Stand, a look at what's happening here in these United States right now. And The Prince of the Power of the Air, the one perhaps behind all of this chaos. Jeffrey Martis, the author of that book. If you haven't seen any of the programs in this series yet, you can catch them all right now at our website, skywatchtv.com. Of course, Apple TV and Roku, if you've got one of those set-top boxes, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV channel for that device. You can watch it over the air. Our broadcast schedule for our partner networks, skywatchtv.com/channels. And we've also got a new YouTube channel for the main program. The address is at Skywatch TV Now. rumble.com/SkywatchTV. We're there because they don't cancel, and you can catch all of our video content there. But better yet, download our free mobile app to your smartphone or tablet. Not only does this get you all of our video content, it's a way to guarantee we never get canceled. We will not be canceled from our own app. And it has other features too, like important news updates 3 times a week, a calendar of our upcoming events, and more. Whether you've got an iOS, Android, or Amazon Kindle Fire device, we have an app for that. And we have links to the app stores for your convenience posted at skywatchtv.com. Thank you for watching as we keep watch. Have a blessed weekend. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.